Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, fine, fine. Go ahead, please.
So, shall we start, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, fine.
Ms. Pooja Upadhyay, admired for her exceptional teaching skills and warm personality. With a strong commitment to nurturing young learners, she combines effective classroom management with a student-friendly approach, creating an environment where children feel both inspired and supported. Her ability to balance discipline with empathy has earned her the respect and affection of students and teachers alike, making her a cherished presence in the school community. Beyond her classroom, Ms. Upadhyay has made significant contributions to extra-mile education and training, moderating numerous online sessions that have enriched the learning experience for many. Recognized as an effective teacher and mentor, she continues to leave a lasting impact through her dedication, innovation, and heartfelt passion for education. Hearty welcome, Ms. Pooja. Please proceed. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Viju, sir, for this beautiful introduction. Good evening, Salam, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Yeah.
So, let's start, sir.
Yes, please.
Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome from all of us, Extra Mile Education and Training. We are delighted to have you join us today for an important and forward-looking session on advanced student psychology and behavior forensics. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our program director and resource person for today's session, Dr. Abdul Salam. A heartfelt welcome to Mr. Biju S. Pillai. To all the educators and participants who have joined us the evening, I extend a hearty welcome. Your presence reflects your commitment to continuous professional learning and readiness to embrace emerging educational innovation. Sincere thanks to Dr. Salam for giving me the opportunity to host today's session. It's truly an honor and a privilege for me. Thank you, sir. Before we begin, I would like to briefly go through a few guidelines to ensure a smooth and interactive session. If you have any questions during the session, please post them in the chat box. For a more interactive experience, participants are encouraged to ask questions. Kindly use the raise hand feature and wait for your name to be called before speaking. Regarding certificates, we will share the link towards the end of the session. Now let us put our hands together to welcome to Mr. Biju S. Pillai, Principal of Montour Central School and Treasurer of Bharat Transformers Academic Group, that is BTEC. A passionate education leader committed to nurturing academic excellence and supporting educators in adopting to new age learning frameworks. Sir, I would like to request you to address the gathering. Over to you, Biju sir.
Thank you, Pooja Upadhyay, Dr. Abdul Salam sir, and all the respected dignitaries on the platform of BTEC. Good evening to all. So, as day by day, the CBSE is coming with more and more innovative programs, new methodologies. So, all the teachers need to be well equipped with the present situation. So, we have come across new ideas, new topics, and one such topic is advanced study psychology and behavioral for. So we should actually know what is the pulse of the child and how to train them, how to make them concentratively sit inside the classroom and make the classroom situation more attractive and knowledgeable. So I would like to thank our program director for taking this topic and making a good introduction so that the teachers will get more knowledge out of it. So thank you all. I remain. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Biju sir, for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our today's program director, Dr. Abdul Salam sir. And it is my privilege to introduce our program director. With more than 30 years of experience in the field of education, Dr. Salam is widely respected as a CBSE master trainer and government impelled assessor affiliated with the National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, that is NABET. He's the founder and CEO of Extra Mile Education and Training, as well as the founder of Bharat Transformers Academic Group, that is BTEC. Through these initiatives, he has been instrumental in empowering educators and institutions by providing high quality professional development programs, academic leadership training, and guidance on emerging educational trends. An award winning education leader, Dr. Salam is known for his commitment to strengthening modern pedagogy, promoting innovation in classrooms, and guiding schools in successfully implementing new curriculum frameworks and technology driven learning models. So, here, over to you, Salam sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Pooja, and a hearty welcome to everybody. Thank you everybody for joining, and thank you, Biju sir. Well, today's topic is, advanced student psychology, and psychology, I mean behavior forensics. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Can you be little more louder, sir, if possible?
Yes, I
Little
felt
more.
so. I felt so. Yeah. So, as Biju sir was talking about a lot of introductions by CBSE, whatever the system is demanding, which make the teachers very busy in their schedule, in their routine. And at the outset, let me thank the teachers, all the educators for taking up the students in their hands and molding them into fine citizens. So thank you so much, everybody, for your enthusiasm for learning, and definitely we will discuss a few strategies that is happening, that will be helping you to cope up with those situations that is that we are facing or coming across in our school curriculum transactions. So let me share my screen. 1 minute. Is the screen visible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. Now it's visible.
Okay, thank you so much once again. So let's take the journey, right? Well,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So as I said, I truly, salute all the teachers. Before we talk about understanding students, every day you walk into a classroom not knowing what emotional storms your students may be carrying. Yet we continue to teach, encourage, counsel, correct, comfort, and inspire. The patience required to do this consistently is extraordinary, no doubt. Today's session is not about finding fault with anybody, but it is about giving you better lenses to understand the behavior, because your work is already difficult. We truly acknowledge your work. Teachers are, having lots of, potentials, and at the same time, they have to, come across lots of challenges in their school scenario, but at the same time, their dedication and passion, help them overcome all these challenges. And I received a lot of questions, through the registration form, and most of the questions are concerned about student, behavior, especially teens and all. So today, it's not about, I am, giving you lots of, strategies and all. I would like you to interact with me through the chat box, and at the end of the presentation, we may, discuss further if you have any queries and all. But if any, there are lots of educators joined. Nearly 300 educators joined. If anybody is can help me, anybody can help me with the strategies we would be discussing. You are also welcome. So moving ahead, I am drawing your attention to one of the incidents that happened in a school sometime back, maybe a few months back. But to date, it is in 2021 November, 25 November 1, that happened in Jaipur. Uh, it says, the girl jumped to death in school, and the CCTV shows what happened just before. So this is the CCTV that was, it was a news that was a controversy in the, in all the channels, in all the media. And that girl who is there in the uniform is standing and talking to the teacher. This is a classroom scenario. So I thought, we should have kind of, alertness amongst us, because anything may happen unless we are very careful, and we know the psychology of students. So that's the reason I,
Students.
came up with this particular topic, because nowadays, students are very much sensitive. They have a lot of, correct or incorrect notions with them, and they treat, even the younger ones treat themselves as grown up, or individuals, independent individuals. They are looking for freedom, liberty, and also the situation is changing as the world is changing. So it is our responsibility, update ourselves in terms of the student behavior. So that's what we are talking about advanced student psychology. So psychologists, teachers, counselors are here. Please help me through the discussions. Moving forward, this was the news, and of course something happens, it is all the whole blame goes to the teacher first. Then of course, definitely, parents may not be, tolerating, because it is their laws, and they will always, finding fault with every one of us. Even the school will be also in trouble. The police action, they file a charge sheet against the school, the chairman, the principal, the teacher. Oh, and it says that the parent says that the child had been, bullied, and for 1 year, and was reported to the school authorities, the teacher and all, but no, immediate action, or necessary action was taken. So that is the, complaint they were, lodging. And so let us take utmost care, since this is one of the incidents. There are many incidents, happening around, and let us be, very, very careful in dealing with children, right? So now I would like to, put your, heads, to think any one child which you find, whom you find difficult to teach. Okay, you don't have to mention anybody in the chat box, but you can just say in the chat box what actually he or she does usually do. How does the behavior make you feel, and what do you, usually do if such behavior is identified. So you can start the, interaction now, the first interaction. You can come to the chat box. Miss Pooja, anything coming up?
Just let me check, sir.
Talks continuously in the class.
Continuously in the class, sir.
Hmm.
Hyperactive, playful
Playful inside, okay.
inside the class,
Gets distracted, okay.
gets distracted, yeah,
Seeks attention,
irritates the teacher.
irritates the teacher, okay. Not listening. Yeah, yeah. Yes, not listening, then going to washroom always.
Going to washroom always disturb
Yeah,
the class. That is actually true, sir.
yeah, some do not respect. That is another thing that,
Tendency to walk while teaching.
yeah.
One, not complete notebooks. Unable
Unable.
to concentrate for a long time.
Mm, yeah, thank you.
Absent mind.
Okay, struggling in managing their emotions. Wonderful. Jodi Kaushik, thank you. Well, these are the, behavioral, patterns we see in our daily classroom interactions. Lots of responses are coming up. Well, distractions and misbehavior, misconduct, disrespect, all these things are happening. Yeah, hyperactiveness, another thing is hyperactiveness, loss of attention, temper tantrum, yes, sudden outburst of anger, yes. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Let us, move further. So here we have a few, classroom files. I obtained a few classroom files for discussion. Okay. So we are going to be investigators. Okay. I want everybody to be investigators. Investigate these situations and come up with, your observation. So I will tell you what, there are certain rules for observation. Yeah, name only what you can observe. Okay. So that is the first rule. List your assumptions separately. So whatever, if you are noting down and all, based on the situation, what is your assumption? What do you observe? What is your assumption separately for each case? Ask what information is still missing. If you may need some more information to understand the student. So what is that missing information? Okay. So you may, discuss later with your colleagues and all in your school or with somebody. For every situation, you can discuss. You can use these prompts like, what is the surface behavior. So we'll be talking about what is surface behavior, what might be the hidden, subtext, what is, hidden behind the behavior, what is actually happening, what evidence do we have. So for to support this, understanding what evidence we have, so we have to collect evidence. That is what it says. So what you have to do first, so these are the four things you have to keep in mind whenever you come across behavior patterns or identify surface behavior and all. So let us go to investigate certain scenarios, certain case studies happening across. Well, grades 8. Yeah, I'm drawing your attention to grade 8. A student scores above 90% in written examinations, yet he never answers in class. I think we have such children, right? Avoids eye contact, refuses group activities, and asks to go to the washroom whenever oral presentations begin. So most of you were discussing a few things, few
Same.
tantrums related to it. Yeah. So the teacher, as usual, thinks he is arrogant. Classmates think he dislikes everyone. Parents say he is normal at home. So what is wrong with the child? So what behavioral clues from this situation we have? Avoids. First of all, he avoids speaking publicly. Second thing, physical signs of anxiety. He shows anxiety. He has excellent written performance. He is very good at writing. Some students are like that. They are good performers in writing, but when it comes to interactions, expressions, they do not make. And social withdrawal. These are his surface behavior. Okay. So what could be happening beneath the behavior? That is our task. So these are the surface behavior. So what is underlying? I mean beneath what is underneath his behavior? Let us go to the next. So please make a note of such behavior, because we will be discussing this behavior and come up with and will be you asking you for suggestions for strategies. Okay. So next scenario is a girl never submits homework. Teachers assume the girl is lazy. Whenever questioned, she says, I forgot. So in all the classes, we come across such situations. There are many children who never submits homework, and when the answer is, I forgot. Notebooks are clean and her tests are excellent. Okay, there is a positive thing. At home, a home visit. A home visit reveals that every evening she cares for younger siblings while her parents work night shifts. Very much positive things are there. But still, we are not happy with, the child's behavior. High ability she has, but poor task completion, hidden family responsibilities. So these are the behavioral clues. So we have to find out what is underneath the clues. Next, grade 9. Why I am discussing this is, every day we come across certain, behavioral, behavior of such kind. So what we are going to do with such issues, and what strategies we have to adopt. So there are a few more case studies which will be very important to us. So that's why I am reading all the case studies to you. Another case study from a grade 9 student who never who makes everyone laugh. There are certain children who are very playing clowns in the classroom. He imitates teachers sometimes. Do we have anybody like that? Yes, in my class I used to have. When I was in school also, I used to have friends like that. Interrupts lessons and gets punished almost daily. Yeah, in those days we would be getting nice punishments, beating. Right now we cannot beat and all. Now we have to adopt different strategies. So how are we going to deal with such children? His academic performance has sharply declined. Over 6 months later, teachers learned that his parents recently separated. Humor has become his defense mechanism, right? So there is answer in it. Why the child is behaving like this? So first thing is the clue is attention seeking, definitely. Emotional masking. He is covering his emotions, right? Emotional masking. And sudden behavioral change. That is what happens. He may be moody, but in order to hide his emotions and all, he may be cutting jokes in front of others, and so that is a kind of another kind of surface behavior. So what is the child gaining from laughter? Actually, is he gaining anything from laughter that he cannot ask for directly, right? That is a question we have to ponder. Next, grade 5. Coming to grade 5. Every lunch break, a student pushes others, grabs footballs, interrupts games, and gets into fights. Teachers label him. He is very naughty, right? A naughty boy. A counselor later discovers he never initiates fights. So our assumption is different from the finding. He reacts aggressively when another child accidentally touches him. So something is irritating him, right? So whoever touches him irritates him. So he never initiates the fight. So there is a finding. So finding is different from the assumptions. Surface behavior and the behavior underneath. Domestic violence at home is then discovered. So that is our point. Yeah. Anyway. So behavioral clues are hypervigilance, defensive aggression, poor emotional regulation. You can note down these things, because these are, psychological terms which you have to, make use of in identifying a children's behavior. Constant alertness. He is very much alert. Whenever something, somebody pushes or misbehaves him, he, reacts aggressively. That is what is happening. A student tells unbelievable stories every week. Do we have anybody like this? He says, my father owns 3 helicopters. We are moving to London very soon. I met Virat Kohli yesterday. Definitely, there would be such students who are, making instant stories.
Yes,
Yes, Lata ma'am.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I was having one kind of student like this. He was
Okay.
telling a things which make you wonder, actually.
Okay.
So I
That
was
is
having
also,
that.
which class is that?
He was in grade two, sir. Grade three he
Grade
was
2,
in.
3. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Yes, three.
Yeah. So teachers conclude the child is dishonest. See, oh, he tells always lies, right? Yeah. The psychologist discovers the child desperately wants peer acceptance because he is frequently excluded. He is frequently excluded from everything. So he devises another way to overcome this exclusion. So he fantasy creation, low self-esteem. He develops so low self-esteem, and that is the reason he comes up with the stories. He does not want to be lost in among the others. Need for belonging. He wants to belong to the class. So that is it. Grade 10, the student cries after scoring 96 percentage, right? Especially girls. We have seen 96, no, only 96, right? She tears her answer sheet, apologizes repeatedly, and studies until 2 a.m. Do we have such children? Yes. Well, her parents never scold her. Instead, they repeatedly say, you are capable of 100. So, where the problem lies? Of course, from this we can understand she has fear of failure, she has anxiety, she has a kind of perfectionism. Self was linked to achievement. She is very particular about achievement. So, what gives her the anxiety? Expectation. Sodika Pal madam says expectation. Okay, expectation. You are capable of 100. Yes. Another case, the bully who cries. Have you ever seen a bully crying? So there must be something wrong with the bully, right? So we actually, we hear about bullies, that boy is bullying, the girl is bullying, but actually the bully never, cries. So what happens to the bully? What is wrong with the bully? The school's biggest bully is caught in intimidating younger students. This is a common situation in schools. During counseling, he suddenly breaks down and cries. He reveals he is bullied every evening by all the children in his neighborhood. See, he is bullied, so he imitates the same thing. Victim to aggressor cycle. He is a victim of aggressor cycle. Learned behavior. He copied the behavior of the older boys and displaced aggression. He has displaced himself through aggression. He reacts through aggression. Okay, so we will come to know how to deal with such bullies and all. But still, we have room to think whether bullies are actually bullies or what is the reason. And somebody was talking about disrespect. Okay, whenever a teacher asks a question, one student looks away. Don't ask me, right? The teacher feel insulted. Definitely, when we are, very much particular that the student should know and she should answer, but she, overlooks. Parents later explained that in their family and culture, looking directly into an elder's eye is considered disrespectful. Oh, really? I don't know how many of you agree to this parents' version. Anybody agrees to this parent version? Maybe it's maybe a misconcept that we have to correct. Well, another case from grade 11. Okay. The brilliant child who suddenly failed. What happened to him? A consistently high performing student begins failing every assessment. He was very much good in the beginning, but suddenly what happened to him? Teachers suspect drug use in grade 11 and all, usually, what happens to him, friends report he has become withdrawn. Yeah, friends also say that he does not, mingle with others. But further investigation reveals he recently lost a close family member and is experiencing unresolved grief. Sudden academic decline is the, we understand that, the clue. Social withdrawal is another thing that is happening to him. Emotional numbness is there. So our our observation and assumption, they may not connect, right? What we observe, what we assume, when you investigate, they may not match. So that is our point. Understanding student behavior, looking beyond misconduct to the need beneath it, right? So what is behavior? It is an adaptive mechanism. That is our point. Behavior is an adaptive mechanism, not a binary choice. That it is not a matter of choice whether you can do this or that. It happens, it automatically comes because the child wants to adapt to that particular situation. So behavior reflects. So when you talk about these are, surface behavior, right? When it is visible behavior, but we have to look beneath. That is behavioral forensics. When you look beneath the surface, we can understand that there are many things to take care of. That is what we call behavioral forensics. Functional communication is involved. Functional communication, the child wants to communicate. Neuro core neurological drivers are involved. Psychological needs are involved. Disruptive patterns emerge to satisfy specific psychological needs. So from this we understand that behavior is a manifestation of psychological needs. True intervention requires tracing patterns back to their root drivers to intercept disruptions before they manifest. So what we have to do is you have to go to the root, find out the root cause and make interventions. Do not label the child. That is very important. Surface behavior, we understand, but do not label any child unless and until we come up with the findings. You are investigators. Teachers are taking the role of investigators. So if there are 35 children, every child is unique. So there was a question, sir, how can we deal with the whole class in 40 minutes since every child is unique? Agreed. But when we have this kind of mechanism, rather than having misconceptions or misassumptions about the child, we can have right findings with evidences. That will help you through dealing with the child, and we can avoid mishaps in the school premises. So visible behavior can hide a very different need. So what may be the need? So you have to look for the need. Behavior means need. Behavior displays need. Maybe a fear of failure, need for control, So need to belong, as we have seen in case studies. The child is experiencing stress or overload. Observe, ask, and check rather than going for conclusions or the assumptions, right? So we have seen certain situations and certain students and with lots of surface behavior and all. So psychologists term these behaviors in mainly into four categories. Okay, that is what we are going to deal with for the what do you call behavior forensic. Okay, the four categories of the behavior, main categories. In addition to this, there are many other behavior patterns also, but mainly we have four categories where the children belong to in respect of their behavior. The first one is the evader. The second one, the autonomy seeker. The third category is the spotlight hunter, the hyper vigilant child. These four categories. Okay. So we will see in detail who is the evader. Evader, he evades things as a weaponized incompetence. He is incompetent. He feels that he is incompetent in maths or English or science or in whatever doing in the task. He is incompetent. So he tries to escape. Have you come across students like that? They may be very busy. Whenever you come, walk or you look at, they will be pretending like they are very busy in writing or reading, right? Yes. So they are actually evaders. So they are what their inner speaks. If I try and fail, I prove my incompetence. Rather than trying and failing, and teacher will say that your answer is wrong, and so I will hide myself. I will escape from the task. So what they do is so many people were talking about a lot of things like whenever teacher starts explanation, sir, madam, toilet, right? They want to go to washroom or drinking water. Can I drink water? Can I sharpen the pencil? So all these are escapisms. Just because it is they feel they are incompetent, and what they do, intentional procrastination, delaying the work, and deliberate forgetting of essential tools or materials. We have seen that, yes, I forgot. It happens mostly in lower classes. Yes, agreed. Yes, definitely, ma'am. In lower classes, we can say, because in higher classes they have they have practiced all these techniques, so they can no longer practice these techniques in higher classes because teachers can very well understand. So what they want, actually they want a payoff. They want, what is the payoff? Escape. That is the payoff. Coming to the autonomy seeker, there are certain students who wants control over the class because they don't have control outside. Outside there are many students, lots of leaders and all are there, but he is always rules lawyering, performative non-compliance. He performs, but non-compliance is there. He goes out of the rules. Public pushback against directives. He always try to override the rules publicly. That means in front of the class. So what is his version? I feel entirely powerless in my environment outside this room. Therefore, I must command leverage here. This is my realm. This is my kingdom. I have to exercise my power here. So he is an autonomy seeker. So his target payoff is power. So some students wants to escape, some students wants power. So these are the tantrums or the signs they are showing in the classroom. So now we can understand. Okay, yeah, this fellow is arguing a lot. Whenever whatever we say, he is arguing. So he wants power. So what we have to do for such children? Yes, going to the spotlight hunter. We have seen that a child, always cracks jokes and laugh loudly in the classroom. So he is an attention seeker, everybody knows. Such children are called the spotlight hunters. What is his payoff? What payoff? He demands connection. He may be excluded elsewhere. He may be, not given, he may not get, maybe given opportunity. So he wants to get connected and, he wants to draw the attention of everybody. Then the last one, the hyper vigilant. There may be some children in the classroom who are very moody, very sensitive. They are called hyper vigilant. Okay, very sensitive, very sensitive. So how we have to deal with such children? So irritable, they are irritable. Extreme defensiveness, whatever we say, they are not going to agree with. Sudden explosive emotions, emotional spikes from seemingly neutral inputs. Even if the input is very neutral, they burst into cries, or they become moody. So what is their payoff is safety. They lack safety. So they want safety in the classroom. They are mentally disturbed. So we have to find out, we are investigators, so we have to find out the reason. So we have come across 4 types of children: behavior, the evader, the autonomy seeker, the spotlight hunter, the hyper vigilant. Okay, keep that in mind. We are going to have some activities, means exercise, to make it more clear. Julian and the defense of weaponized incompetence. Right. So the Julian is an evader. He shows his behavior because he feels he is incompetent. Right. Then Sarah, example for what? Autonomy seeker. Please interact in the chat box. Autonomy seeker. So she, why do we have to do it your way? Why can't I do it in my own way? That is the question. Some children are there, they want to do, they always want to argue. So what do they want actually? Autonomy, power, right? Yes. So next, Leo and the necessity of social visibility. Everybody wants, he wants everybody's attention. He wants to become a hero, right? There may be psychological needs. He laughs loudly and makes comments, and the whole class laughs, and the teacher, is often irritated also. Sometimes, we have limits, right? But we must appreciate the patience of all the teachers. Thank you so much. But some, I have, seen some teachers give very, what do you call, offensive remarks, like, why he is coming to the class, why can't he sit at home? It's no, you are not to be blamed. Somebody else to be blamed. This was the situation before. Now also maybe. So we cannot react like that. We have to find out the reason. That is the spotlight counter. Yes, Amrin ma'am. Yes, Amrin ma'am. Thank you so much. Spotlight counter. Maya and the trap of the internal survival mode. This is a survival mode. Leave me alone. If you give some work, a task, or ask something to do, not cooperating with, she does not feel safe in the, he or she does not feel safe in the class. So she is the hyper vigilant child. We need to channelize the energy. Jodi, yeah, ma'am. Yes, give recognition for his good. Yes, thank you so much. Hyper vigilant child. So we have seen the 4, categories of behavior. Now, so there are certain, tantrums. So student keeps sharpening. From this situation, what do we understand is avoiding difficult work. So which category the child belongs to? Please come to the chat box. Evader, Lada ma'am. Yes, thank you so much. Evader. Situation 3. Students keeps talking. Reason needs attention. Yes, needs attention is which one, Pooja ma'am?
Sorry, sir.
Which category he belongs to? Situation 3, needs attention. Spotlight Honda. Yes, thank you so much. Amrin again. Nilofer, yeah. Nilofer, Nitya,
Mhm.
Spotlight Honda. Thank you so much. So, from today, after today, you should have these terms in your mind and you have to, for the sake of investigation, you have to have these, categories of behavior and study about his problem. Right? Thank you so much.
Most of the answers are spotlight hunters,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes, yes. Four
Yeah.
patterns can guide the teacher's first response. Now we are going to talk about what we can do for this behavior. For to face the avoiders, make starting feel safe. What does it mean? Can anyone explain it in the chat box? For avoider, what is the strategy? Make starting feel safe. Makes the starting feel safe. What does it mean? Can anyone, explain in the chat box? Any hints? Appreciate them, gaining confidence, make.
Gaining confidence, sir. Make to speak openly.
Okay, okay,
Vivo.
okay. So we will see. It's
It's
okay
okay
to
to
make
make
mistake, make the expectations
mistakes.
clear. Okay, okay. Thank you
For
so much.
small acts appreciation, spotlight hunter,
Yeah.
interact with them and gain their trust.
Hmm. Okay. Going to the that we'll discuss. We will make it very
Yes.
clear. Make starting feel safe. We will come across with examples later. Control seeker, offer bounded choice. So strategy one, avoider, make starting feel safe. Control seeker, if a child is controlling, seeking control over the class, that is the autonomy, right? He should be offered bounded choice. Okay, we will discuss that. Then for the attention seeker, the clown or the one who laughs or cracks jokes or disturb the class or talks continuously in the classroom, you create a better way to be seen because he wants visibility among others. So create a better way to be seen. Anxious student, calm before correction. Okay, we cannot right away do the correction. Calm down, then we do the correction, right? You can make screenshots and all. This will be very helpful also. If you want, we can share the PPT with you, but still, it is better you note down somewhere. And also this video will be available from tomorrow on the YouTube channel, helping passive students. How we can help passive students, right? Passive students, passive student, passive student, passive student means which category? Some students look busy, notebook open, pen in hand, nothing written. Teacher assumes, oh, they are working, right? Actually, I think I was such a student in my childhood, in my class, pretending working, working, working because because of incompetency. Yeah, now only we understand. This is what what was happening with me. Most of you might also be agreeing, right? So we, as students, we also fall into different categories. So I told you about my, category. So you can very well reflect your category on your category as well, right? So we teachers think, yeah, he is very much, attentive. He is very busy in writing. He is working actually. So actually, I want to escape, right? Actually, they are
Actually,
waiting.
sir, all of us are doing this once upon a time or sometime we are. And
Yeah,
even Lata ma'am is also saying the same thing, sir. All
yeah.
of us are at sometimes.
Yes. So actually,
Yeah.
they are waiting for what? Waiting for the bell to ring, right?
True, true, sir, true.
Yeah, they are waiting. Actually, they are waiting for the lessons to
Or
be
else,
on.
yeah, periods gets over.
Yeah. So this is helping passive students. So how to help the passive students? They may come up with I forgot. So first thing, segment one, that is the evader, or the avoider, may be protecting themselves from failure, incompetency, right? So what you may say is I forgot, no start, very difficult, He's keep looking here and there, and he's not able to start off because of the difficulty of the lesson or the task. And he gives repeated excuses, busy looking, delay. Okay, he's busy looking but delaying his task. Learning gaps, perfectionism, or fear that effort will expose inability. So he must be having learning gap. He must be, a kind of perfectionist, or he must have the fear of failure. That effort will expose inability. If I write and if I am proved, I found, wrong, others will think that, I don't know anything. I am a dunce. I am a fool, idiot, right? As some student
True, sir.
teachers remark, not now, olden times. So let us try this strategy. The teacher goes to him. The teacher identifies such behavioral children. They have remedy, different, strategy. Okay, you can do question one first. Let's do question one together. Okay, I will also sit with you. You can just start off and then you choose two or three. I will start the first question for you, the first step for you, or if it is English, I will just start off the first sentence for you. Then you complete the two and three. Then I will come back to you. So you do two and three, right? Small task or simplify the task because it is incompetency. So, such symptoms, if you find in the classroom, understand that the child feels incompetent. So, adopt this strategy of simplifying the task, helping the child with a simple task, right? Instead of saying finish everything, say write only the first sentence. Okay, okay, I can understand. Do one thing, you write the first sentence. Meanwhile, I will come back to you. So he feels, okay, first sentence only, it is very easy, or it not, I don't have to complete, and the teacher is going to help me, right? The idea is to give a very small time-bound task instead of solving everything for the student. And another thing we have to be very careful, time-bound task. What is that time-bound task? The 2 minute tint. It is called the 2 minute tint, the strategy to deal with the passive children, the evaders, or the avoider. You have to give a 2 minute tint. Okay, child, you complete the first part. I will give you 2 minutes, 90 seconds. After 90 seconds, I will be back. Okay. So it's a challenge for the child. At the same time, the child feels, oh, I have to complete only the first thing. So the child feels a kind of, relaxation and confidence. So otherwise he lacks confidence, he cannot do it. So this is the strategy, 2 minute tint. No, make a note of it for such children, but make sure that you are coming back to the child after 2 minutes. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's very true, sir. Actually, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I have gone through. The child was, acting like he's writing everything.
Hmm.
Even he was very smart. He was saying, "Can you please be aside? I am writing. I'm not able to see what ma'am has written on the board." And once I went to him, I just stand behind and I found nothing was written in the book, notebook.
Hmm. Hmm.
When
Hmm.
I asked, I don't have pencil, ma'am. Every day, one or another reason. Then I
Hmm.
started, nowadays we are using the smart board. So I put the timer.
Okay,
I told
very
now
good,
you have
very good.
20 seconds. I put for 1 minute so you can. It was very
Excellent.
effective, sir. It was really very effective.
Yes, a practical, lesson is shared here. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Pooja ma'am.
Yes.
So there is a strategy you have to adopt for the avoider. Next to the control seeker. Control needs agency, not a public contest. So control means what do you call autonomer, right? Autonomer who wants control. If you ask him to open page 25, why should I, ma'am? We have, can I open another page because I don't like this page, right? So he finds always, he finds a reason to disobey, okay, or violate the instructions. So we should not respond like, why should I? Because I said so. So you should open. No, that is not the way to, react to such situations, that turns the lesson into struggle over status. The child will also fight for his status. He will not leave. If we, retaliate in the same, tone, he will not leave. Such children are very argumentative because they want to exercise control power in the classroom. They are determined. So we have to deal them with a different strategy. Okay, all right. I am giving a term. What do you call bounded choice? Either this or that. You can do. Okay. I will give you another choice. You can do question one or question two. You don't have to open page 24. I didn't say, but it is up to you. Whichever page is there, you do question one or two. Choose one now. Okay, you can choose one now. We will talk after the class. So such children should be confronted privately. So do not bring the argument to the front of the class. The first strategy should be to avoid the argument. Let us not, enter into an argument. That let us not lose our temper. Let us be patient, and let us, confront him with giving a bounded choice. Bounded choice is very, important. The term is very important. Bounded choice, because you have the authority. So you have to make that the child is, binding to do it, right? So begin with the question or one or two, choose one now, then definitely we can talk after the exercise, right? That is the second one. So these are the strategy, stepwise strategies. Stay calm and brief. Name the boundary. Okay, stay calm and brief. Name the boundary. The task will still needs to be done. Okay, okay, I agree with you. The task we have to do. Do you think we don't have to do the task? We have to do the task. Okay, do one thing. And now you do one or two. If you choose one or two, then I'll come back to you. We can have a discussion. Please do one. Okay, or two. Up to you. Up to you. Okay. So that is the choice given. Bounded choice. The bounded choice means the task has to be done. Offer two acceptable choices. Defer the debate. Just remove the debating, scene, situation. Walk away briefly. Not more confrontation. Walk away briefly. Assigning him a task in a tactful way. So that is a strategy we have to adopt, whether it is in lower class or higher class. A calm adult makes a route back to learning possible. So this is what again we are telling, regulate yourself, do not lose your temper. Sometimes we may lose our temper because there may be a couple of students in the classroom with, who are craving for power, to exercise their power, argue, reduce pressure. Do not make it a pressurized scene. Reduce pressure through your tactics. Acknowledge the child. Yes, you can then, but you give them a choice. Offer a route back. Repair later. 5 strategies. We have to repair it. Okay, so you have to confront him privately. Always make a private conversation, right? That will connect you with the child. Then attention seeker, where the classroom pays it. The classroom should not pay for it. The goal is not to ignore the child. Let us not ignore the child. Let us use his, attention seeking, want in a different way. Reduce the payoff for disruption and increase the payoff for useful participation. You can give him responsibilities. Okay, because he wants to be visible in front of others. So you can ask him to, okay, uh, you are very good at, putting up your points and all. Let us, you please help me in the quiz in the assembly, or please come and write for me. I am very tired now. Please write it. He likes it because he wants everybody to watch him, look at him. So he is very happy. This is the way we have to channelize his this kind of behavior tantrums. So moving to the next angry students, one who is, the very hyper, what do you call, emotionally hyper. De-escalating angry students. Suppose a child shouts because of his emotional, what do you call, inner experience. Most adults speak louder. If a child shouts, we also shout. Child becomes louder. Conflict increases. In the classroom, it will spoil the environment. So, step one, lower your own voice. Here also, teachers have to, control themselves. Much more patience, because they are children, they are our own children. No, there is nobody to help them. We only have to help them. So, lower your own voice. Stand beside the student, not directly in front. Only 45-degree, not 90-degree visibility, only 45-degree visibility. Stand next to the child, not in front of the child. That will, cause more, confrontation, right? Yes. Acknowledge the feeling. First of all, you have to come to the shoes of the child. I can see you are angry. Now you please let us calm down and let me help you. We will definitely sort it out. So this kind of, soothing words should happen. Hmm? Because we don't know what is making the child angry. But first, in reaction from our side should be this way. If you say, why are you shouting? The students say, because nobody listens. The teacher, I understand you're upset. That is what we have discussed. Is so metaphysical presentation, mastering physical presentation to systematically de-escalate. That is what we have seen, that, approach a 45-degree angle, not 90-degree. 20% cadence drop means intentionally slow vocal delivery by 20%. From the normal, you reduce the tone, voice to a lower pitch, signals neurologically to the amygdala that there is no physical emergency. Okay, okay, okay. Nothing is going to worry you. I am here, so we can talk, right? Validation and direction. You have to validate, you have to accept the emotion, okay? And you have to redirect it. Acknowledge the intense emotion before delivering an operational command. You acknowledge, I think you're a bit upset today. No problem, nothing to worry about. I am here with you. We will talk, okay? Now you please calm down, okay? Calm down, beta, Betty, like that you can, do the acknowledge, validation, and direction. Do not confront any child, maybe whether it is an autonomy seeker or a hyper, what do you call, emotional child. Direct public confrontation should be avoided. Plausible deniability. That means student leverages ambiguity to play the victim. If you confront it, worsens the situation. Hyper reactive teacher optics. The educator appears unfair to watching peers. So if you are becoming hyper, actually others are seeing why the teacher is also shouting, right? I don't think we shout, but we should not shout, right? So standard factual refutation triggers psychological backfire. So these are some of the, tantrums strategies we can deal with, like, the algorithmic literacy. Like, some students nowadays, they are on reels and all. Most of the students are on reels, and they believe that whatever they see on the video is true. And whenever we explain, certain concepts and all, they do not agree. But there you cannot argue. Instead, we can ask, okay, who created the video? What was the intention of the video? Whether it is commercial or social, knowledge. So such, discussion can be made so that the child understands, comes, back to his normalcy. This is what we said. We cannot say you are wrong, except that you ask questions, certain questions like the source or authenticity of the video, the intention behind the video and all. and it is an education for the child. Always we have to look for, yes, the creator of the video must have some other intention. I should not blindly believe the social media videos and all. This is another kind of, what do you call, behavior. That is why, I have inserted this activity, I mean this behavior. Now, uh, certain behavior we have already discussed. For a quick reflection, can you please find out the reason and teacher reflection reaction immediately? Please come to the chat box and let us interact for 2 minutes. The child who doesn't bring homework, what is the reason? Come on, chat box is open. Heavy workload at home, doesn't bring homework. No, you have to tell me about the four categories of children and what is their, reason, what is the reason and what the teacher's reaction. Evade.
Chanda ma'am is saying responsibility at home, sir.
Yes,
Homework
incompetency,
is
not responsibility,
might be the homework
incompetence.
is not much engaging.
Okay,
Give a time to
incompetency.
complete.
Hmm. So first thing, doesn't bring homework means what is the reason? Incompetency. Okay, and teacher reaction. What do you have to? What are you supposed to do? Simple task. Reduce the difficulty level of the task. Okay. Then keeps talking. Which category? What is the reason? Spotlight. Okay, very good. Amrin again. Vandana, attention
Attention
seeker.
seeker,
Yes, he
spotlight
wants to seek
seeker,
attention. So
attention seeker.
what is the way out? What is the way out? Give him responsibility. Another responsibility to be visible.
Give
Right?
task.
Yeah. Argues. Next child argues. What is the reason?
Give it.
Hmm? What is the reason? Argues. What he wants actually power, right? Autonomy. Leda ma'am, yes, thank you. Autonomy. So what the strategy you have to give? You have to make duties. No. Choice. Bounded choice. Okay. Bounded choice. Bounded choice. Mixed answers are
Monitor,
coming.
leadership.
Mixed answers are coming because still they are typing
Yes,
for
yes.
the second scenario. Suddenly angry, that the hyper emotional child. So this is it. The answer is here. So let us make it keep it in our mind whenever we come across such situations. This should come to our mind and immediate solution is there. Start with one question first, because the child has fear of failure, because he doesn't bring homework means escaping. Keeps talking means visibility, right? Give classroom responsibility, other assembly responsibility, so many responsibilities to bring the book, collect the book, etc., etc. Arguing child wants control of a bounded choice. Suddenly angry, emotional child, feeling unsafe, acknowledge emotions first, looks busy but writes nothing. Okay, so this is what we have seen, the four. Then we have a few more. So this is the sum total, the summary of the forensic decoder matrix. You can just make a screenshot. This is the forensic decoder matrix. Four types of behavior: the evader, the autonomy seeker, the spotlight hunter, the hyper vigilant. Column one, evader want to escape, 2 minute tint. The autonomy seeker, power, privacy screen, and Socratic friction. No friction, Socratic friction. Okay, yeah, minimize the friction. Then give bounded choice. Column three is the spotlight hunter. He wants connection. Privacy screen. You have to talk to the child privately, at the same time redirection to make him visible. Column four, the hyper vigilant child. Safety is the need. Somatic co-regulation protocol. Calm down, calm down, calm down, redirect, validate, right? So these golden rules we have to keep in mind before we labeling the child. Let us not label the child unless we have evidences and findings, based on the findings. Every behavior has a reason. That is the first thing we have to understand. Look for the need behind the behavior. Correct privately whenever possible. Build trust before enforcing discipline. Not discipline first. Trust first. Okay. Replace punishment with a purposeful intervention. No punishment. Before punishment, you have to have purposeful intervention. Otherwise, it may escalate. Let us look at these few, behavior patterns like withdrawn child. Have you seen children withdrawn in the classroom? Shrunk. They are shrinking themselves, not coming to the spotlight. As somebody wants spotlight, but somebody does not want spotlight, right? Fear, sadness, low confidence. So the teacher, you have to do gentle check-in, minimize the task. Perfectionist. There are children with a perfection because he does not want to make any mistake. He will go on, go on, go on, writing, writing, writing. Please give, it's time. No, 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 that's not perfect, not complete, not complete. Right? Normalize the traps. Chronic complainer, there are always children, chronic complainer. Always, he's a complaining child. We label them, right? Chronic complainer. Maybe he has some frustration or wants control. Validate briefly, redirect. Okay, that we will discuss. Rule tester checks limits like the autonomy child. Consistent follow through is required. Learner helpless child. Another category we have seen. No, unless and until the teacher comes, he will not be able to start. The teacher should be with him, with the child, because he is a bit, has low confidence. His confidence level is low. So he wants the teacher's help always. That is called a learner helpless child. Peer dependent child. So there are some children who always depend upon the peer, always copying what he does, what he writes, even does not ask the teacher how to do it. He just copies. Then there are bullies and dominators, right? That we have seen in the beginning, in the tragic incident. Then there are hyperactive children, restless child. So how to deal with this situation, children? First one, the withdrawn child. The child says, I don't feel safe enough to be visible. So he moves to the back bench. Always we try to be in the back bench so that the teacher does not call for, asking questions. So do not force public participation suddenly. To these children, such children, do not, ask them to come and write on the board and all. Do not do it. You need private tutoring. Okay. Start with private, low pressure contact and predictable roles. That means you can do it. Now you do this. Okay, I will sit with you. I will, when they complete the task, meanwhile they complete the task, I will come back to you. So that is it's a kind of, passive learner. Okay, so maybe coming to the first category of avoider. Then there is another child, perfectionist. I have already spoken about the perfectionist, writing, writing, writing. So what you have to do is, okay, child, you can give me the rough draft. That is enough. Always the child is going for the final draft. They, even in my class, they were, my friend, one of my friends was there. He will, give only at the last, even after the bell rings, because he wants to complete it perfectly. In such cases, the teacher asks for only the first draft. You can give the final draft tomorrow. Okay, but I need the first draft now. Okay, the rough draft now. The chronic complainer. Oh, it's boring lesson, not fair, too hard. How can I write? No, I don't like. I hate this, kind of, uh, situations or books or whatever subject or. So he wants to avoid effort. He wants to seek control, or he wants to express his frustration. So what you have to do is accept him, validate him, then redirect to the next action. Do not hold a long public debate. Such children are they always complaining, complaining, complaining. You have to go privately to the child. You may not like it. Start with the other one or two, the first line or second line you like. Okay. The rule tester. Madam, why can't I write here? Why can't I do like this? In maths, it always happens. Madam, why can't I write like this? The teacher, even if the teacher explains in a different way. 1 minute, okay. So stay boringly consistent. Use the same consequence every time and follow through calmly. You know the rule and this is the consequence. So you can start now. Okay, you explain the consequence and the rule he is very well aware of. But if you write like this, what may happen? And just make him understand. Okay, the rule tester, the learned helpless child, the learned helpless child. So that is what I was talking about. Unless and until the teacher comes, the child will not initiate his work. I will help you start my child. You do it all alone, right? Next one alone. You do the next one alone. I will start for you the first one. Next one you can do. So the child feels confident. The peer dependent child, how are you going to cope up with the one who copies, always copies? Use structured pair work. Make him pair with somebody. Keep changing the pair. Okay, keep changing the pair because always he is depending upon one child. No, rotate the partners and build individual accountability. At the same time, you have to write on your own. You do not copy. Okay, discuss for 2 minutes with him. Okay, and then each person writes their own answer. You can pair the child with another one, explains how to be done, but I need individual answers, not exact answers, similar answers. The bully, the dominator. Here, what we have to be very careful. The bully or the dominator mocks, he excludes, he threatens, humiliates, controls weaker peers. He wants power, status, control. At the same time, insecurity may be there. He wants to do revenge or learned behavior, means copied behavior. Learned behavior means a copied behavior from his elders. Stop harm immediately. So in such cases, when a bullying is reported, you have to stop the harm first, then protect the targeted student. The bullied student you have to protect immediately. Do not ignore. That will escalate. It will continue. Remove the audience, not in front of audience. See, the teacher is outside the classroom. See, that is removing the audience. Do not talk in front of others. Hold accountability of the doing. Stop. This is actually humiliating. I will speak to you privately. Okay. Now stop. Do not argue. I can understand, but you should stop here. This is actually humiliating to anyone. I will talk to you privately. Okay. Then stop the harm first. Examples, explanation, more explanation. These steps you can keep, you can make a note of. What you have to do is first stop immediately. Stop what is happening, maybe mocking or what happened to that child in the beginning incident, because another child was writing something on a digital slate and was showing the child maybe a picture or something, the parent was complaining the child was writing something, sexually offensive to the child. The child had been complaining to the teacher, but the teacher did not take it very seriously, did not stop the harm there. If the teacher had stopped the harm there, it would not have happened. So the children are very delicate nowadays. The children's minds are very delicate, very sensitive they are. So we have to stop. That's why we say we have to stop the harm first, then protect the target student, name the behavior clearly. This is humiliation, mocking, not allowed, threatening, excluding, humiliate. We should follow the bullying discipline policy of the school. That should be brought to the attention of the bully. Remove the audience, hold accountability, who was affected, what needs to be repaired. Okay, so for both you have to hold the accountability and you have to make documentation also. Follow school policy procedure for such bullying cases. Okay. Next, hyperactive children, very common these days. Even in lower classes, you can experience because of the because they are many children are living in nuclear family, and there may not be enough members to play with to release their energy, or sometimes they may be living in flats and all. There is no space to release their energy, so automatically they become hyperactive. They release their energy in the classroom. So there is psychological, intervention is required. But initially we can see what can be done. Regulation is required, sensory release is required, alertness, attention, task avoidance. All these are the hidden behavior underneath. Make the environment safe first, brief and useful. Give short task and structured movement roles. You have to make his movement useful, purposeful movement. Maybe you can ask him to help you write the answer on the board. Maybe you can ask him to collect the books, just like we were doing for the autonomy seeker. The same thing. The autonomy seeker, the hyperactive child, same thing, right? It belongs to the same category. So your body needs movement. They want to move. That's why they cannot sit to a place. They can even stand. They enjoy standing, so you can give standing walk. Let them complete the work by standing. So let us make it useful, then return. Okay. Movement is a clue, not the whole story. Movement is a clue to you. If the child makes unnecessary movement, that's a clue to you. But let us find out the whole story. He's hyperactive, that describes visible energy. The reason beneath it can be different. What function is the movement serving, right? So he releases his frustration or his energy, whatever he wants emotionally. Hyperactive can fall into different categories. These are the different categories of hyperactive children. I think we can spend 5 more minutes. Moving, fidgeting, wandering, touching things. One type of hyperactivism. Possible categories: anxious, overloaded, or hyper vigilant children. Possible need is they need regulation, sensory release, and safety. Then some children calling out, joking, interrupting, that just like the spotlight attention. You have to take the strategy accordingly. Refusing to sit. Are you arguing about instructions? We have seen that is also hyperactivism. Avoiding written work by moving around. Never completes. Never completes. He takes the book and goes around. Evades. That is also evading, avoiding. Fear of failure, task avoidance. So what do you have to give? You have learned what should be given. Simplify the task. Give the first one question or one first sentence. Let him complete it by standing there. Then ask him to collect the rest of the books and all. So kind of engagement is happening. So let us not say sit still. Arun, sit still. Look here. No, that is a wrong method of dealing with hyperactive children. Make the movement structured. You find devices. Okay, we have to make him. When I went to Finland, so in every school they have the gym. Rope climbing, or so many things are there. In the first, before the class begins, there is a 15 to 20 minutes activity for such children. 15 to 20 minutes activity compulsory for such children. Doing this activity, they become very tired. They release their energy. They come to the class. If you want to, make him sit still, he sits still only. So this type of activity should be given. Releasing the energy is very important. That is why they have become hyperactive. Hyperactive. So you have to, in your school park is there. So such children, when I was working in Puja Madam's, school also, I asked the parents, bring the child half an hour before to the park, let him play. There were 2 or 3 children like that. Let him play for half an hour compulsorily before the class begins. So this is one of the strategies you can adopt because they want to release their energy. Give short instruction
Sir,
only.
even
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, sir. Once you left also, no? They were following the same, and to see them, other parents also following the same. And after playing, they were coming to the class and they were so happy and chilled.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
thank
true.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So stay calm, reduce public correction. Okay, do not correct the child in front of public. Okay, give him short instructions. Okay, very short instruction, not full, complete, complicated instruction. Do this, all this, can be avoided because he does not have the patience to listen to you completely. His attention is somewhere else. Offer a useful role or a movement break, and this such children should not be allowed to sit continuously. You have to give movement break. Okay, standing here, standing there, collecting this, going there, all these things. You make the child your assistant. Definitely you can control the child. Return the student to a small learning task. Okay, with a small learning task, turn the moment into learning support. That is what. Please distribute these papers, stand and read this line, write the answer on the board. You may stand at the back and work quietly. You may stand at the back, not sit. Okay? Because we want to release the energy. The movement is not rewarded actually, it is redirected into responsibility. Purposeful movement. It is called purposeful movement, moving with a purpose. Read the function of movement. That is the same thing. Can I make the movement safe, brief, or useful? That is it. So this is about the Finland approach. I have discussed the same with you. Hyperactivity is treated as a support need, not a simple disobedience. So let us not take it. This is what when if we ask the Finnish teachers and department, they will say this should be treated as a support need. So we have to support. The goal is to keep the child participating in learning while adjusting the environment around them in such a way that he has the purposeful movement, moving with a purpose. Then, so these are the things: observe the patterns, do not diagnose. This lens is only to find out, not to diagnose. Okay, if hyperactivity is persistent, intense, and affects learning across settings, then document patterns. We call it anecdotal records. You have to initiate anecdotal records and involve parents, counselor, special educator as per school process. You then follow the process. Okay, if the hyperactivity is persistent and intense. Okay, build a movement into the school day. So that is what breaks and all, include him in the school activities, all the activities with a responsible movement, outdoor play, physical act. That is what I was explaining. Use short tasks and clear routines. So this is the same thing. Open the notebook, do the first two questions, then show me. Very short instructions. Escalate support gradually, classroom adjustment, plan regular support, individual special support. These are the three stages you can follow with the hyperactive children, right? A practical
Yes.
version of our classrooms are replace stop moving with a move with a purpose. You can give jobs like distribute papers, collect books, write on board, short work blocks like 3 questions, 2 questions, then you check, then ask him to do the next. Praise return to you came back quickly. Yes, good. If the pattern continues, document and involve support. Explanation repeated. Finish the whole page. Now do the first 3 questions, then show me. Okay. Do not label the child, study the pattern. Let us not label the child. Instead, study the pattern, find the need, set the boundary, teach the replacement behavior, check whether your hypothesis was right, assumption was right or wrong. Compassion without boundaries become permission. Boundaries without compassion become shame. Let us keep this in mind. Slow down the labeling. You have to slow down, study the pattern, speed up the study. Diagnosis. A behavior becomes meaningful only when we compare it with the context. You have to find out the context, timing, triggers, payoff, culture, family realities, and emotional safety. So that means let us not label the child at the first observation. Okay, Read the behavior before choosing intervention. A small trigger can meet a nervous system already full, loaded. A correction may be only the trigger, not the whole cause. Okay, take 1 minute. We will solve the first step together. Your togetherness, your what do you call connection with the child matters. Match the response to the likely need. So this is what we have seen. Avoid a safety from failure. Shrink the first step means small. This is a summary of our discussion. Control seeker, agency and dignity he wants. Offer bounded choice. Attention seeker, connection he wants. Redirect visibility. Anxious student, safety and regulation she or he wants. Calm first. One student, one behavior, one better response. So you can ask yourself when you have situations like this, who might I have misunderstood after this class or after these strategies, what will I see differently now? What will I try tomorrow? That is your next lesson. Your next lesson is whom I might have misunderstood. What will I see differently if I follow these strategy steps? What will I try tomorrow? Yes, for these hyperactive children, I have to try these steps. Most of the steps you may be knowing, but according to the psychology, advanced psychology, we have to follow the patterns. So thank you so much.
ഓപ്ഷനിലെ പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടോ?
A doctor's work is visible when a patient recovers, right? An engineer's work is visible when a bridge stands. But a teacher's work often becomes visible years later in the confidence of a leader, the compassion of a doctor, the integrity of a civil servant, or the courage of an entrepreneur. Every calm response to a difficult child plants a seed that may not bloom until long after the child has left your classroom. So this is the reward the teacher is going to get. You may not get it very soon, immediately, but you will definitely get it years later when the child leaves the room, the school, and these children, very hyperactive or disobedient, disrespectful children, would be the happiest when they meet you. Other children may not come to your visibility sometimes. They will be very much respectful to you. So all the very best to everybody. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, we can take up. Well, we are done. Thank you so much. Over to Pooja ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Sir, such an excellent, session. It was really very fruitful. Even I got so many, regards from our participants. It was very fruitful, actually, it was insightful session, sir. So, shall we go for question and answer round, sir?
Yes, yes. If they have any questions, if they want to give us some
Sir, one
Yes.
input.
ma'am has asked through the chat box, even after repeatedly consolidating a child, that child is continuously disturbing the class. So how can we solve that problem? Even after personal care given to that child, the child is keep on disturbing the class. So how we can tackle that issue?
That we have already explained, sir.
Yes,
We have
sir.
already
And even
explained.
we should go through the paperwork, involve the parents and counseling and all. Yeah,
If the
it was clear.
problem is
That's why I did not put.
if
Yeah.
the problem is persistent, intense, then go for the next step, consulting the parent, involving the counselor, and documenting as per the school policy.
And nowadays we are doing, sir. I felt when I was in my school, I felt the same thing is going on
Yes.
with the paperwork.
Anybody
Okay, dear
to ask
participants, if
questions? Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Dear participants, if you have any doubt or question, kindly raise your hand, and you are feel free to type your questions in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am, Jyoti Kaushik ma'am. Thank you so much. Profound gratitude for a session of rare erudition and ineffable brilliance. Your intellectual
Your intellect.
munificence has left an indelible imprint upon our minds. This reminds me of Shashi Tharoor. Thank you so much. The vocabulary, such vocabulary is used by Shashi Tharoor. Thank you so much. Kudos to you, Jyoti Kaushik ma'am. Yes. Thank you
So
all
I feel there
for.
is no further questions, sir.
Uh, okay.
Shall we go forward?
Yes, you can wind up. Thank you for all your wonderful, feedback and comments. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that highly informative and insightful session. Your detailed explanation of the advanced student psychology and behavior forensics and the strategy for integrating these concepts across subject has provided educators with valuable clarity, confidence, and practical direction for the upcoming academic year. Your guidance will certainly help schools, students, and the teachers to create a better future. As we come to the close of today's session, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam for sharing his expertise, vision, and practical insights with us. Your guidance has helped educators gain a deeper understanding of how to prepare students with essential future ready skills and how to schools can effectively align their teaching practices with the evolving educational landscape. We also extend our heartfelt appreciations to Mr. Biju S. Pillai for his continued support and leadership in promoting professional development initiatives for educators. A special note of thanks to all the participants who joined us today and contributed to making this session engaging, interactive, and meaningful. Before we conclude, kindly ensure that you complete the certificate and feedback form so that we can continue bringing more much valuable learning opportunities for you. Thank you once again for being part of today's session. Thank you, Salam sir. Thank you, Biju sir. Thank you, everybody, once again. Have a wonderful evening and keep inspiring your minds. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, everybody. Hope you will have a look into these strategies and bring changes in the behavior patterns. Thank you so much. Over to Biju, sir.
Dear,
Thank you very much, sir.
one second, sir. Okay, sir. Please continue, sir. Please continue.
Thank you, Salam sir, for the wonderful session you have taken. From the beginning itself, you came across with n number of case studies, and all those case studies really are happening in most of the classrooms and most of the schools even. And quite often we used to see such complaints from different types of children, as you told, chronic complainers. So the ultimate solution is that we have to give our ears to them, hear to their problems, give some patience to listen to their problems. Even for listening, they give much value. And in the meanwhile, we can just share to our subordinates, our classroom teachers, class teachers, or subject teachers, so that the child listens to this, and we are giving some care to that child, we are giving some value to their complaints. So slightly it will have some sort of what we can say, satisfaction for the child. But instead of that, without caring or without listening to their words, just shouting, go back to your seats, may sometimes irritate them, and they may indirectly go and complain to their parents, which creates another some sort of problems. So many such issues Salam sir has come across, and he has shown it very clearly how to deal with such issues and all. So I would like to request sir to have one or two sessions more connected to this, because it is not winding up with a 1 hour session or 2 hour session. N number of problems would be there which can be solved through these types of meetings, wherein many of that classroom situations, what the teachers come across with, and how to tackle with, they may get some sort of solutions out of these meetings. So thank you very much, sir. We all have taken more advantage out of this evening, and hope that all the teachers have gained some of the other tactics to solve such hyperactive children, and also problematic children, or children who is having continuous complaints or many untoward situations. So thank you very much. Thank you, Pooja ma'am, for your heartful presence and cooperation. Thank you all. I
Thank you so
remain.
much. Thank you, sir. I would like to answer for a few questions, sir, that we will wind up. Kranti ma'am is asking, do we get certificate for this? Yes, ma'am, you will get the certificate. You have to fill the certificate link, what I have shared already, and you will get the certificate within 2 to 3 days, right, sir? Salam, sir.
Within 2 working days.
2 working days. Okay, sir. Fine. Preeti ma'am is asking, sir, I am a student counselor. Do you have any WhatsApp group for continuous learning and update?
Yes, we have. They can send a WhatsApp message to me, to my number. I don't know whether she is still there or not. Anyway, I will say my number. The video will be there on the YouTube channel, 8921076844.
Okay.
89
And
two
few participants.
seven six
Okay,
eight.
sir. Few participants were asking about the PPT. So you will get the PPT along with the certificates.
Yes,
Right, sir?
yes, yes,
Yes, you'll get the PPT. And this video will be there on the YouTube. You can watch it.
yes.
I hope all questions are clear. Now we can
Yes,
wind up.
thank you so much for patiently listening to us for 1.5, more than 1.5 hours, because as Biju sir has said, this subject is never ending subject. You need more and more contemplations and examples, discussions, interactions. So definitely we will come up with its extended I mean session maybe very soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Pooja ma'am, for your great help
Thank you,
as
sir.
usual.
Actually, sir, the time was, not enough. I feel we could have more time for this session. And it was very interesting because the same things and the same incident we feel and we gets in the classrooms.
Yeah, real life. Yeah.
That's the reason it was very fruitful session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
Biju
so
sir.
much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you.